So hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss SE problem solutions. For a transistor I equal to 1 milliamps, IB equal to 10 microamps, determine alpha and beta. So this problem you can do it easily. So we know IE equal to IC plus IB. So from this IE value given, IB value is also given. So after simplifying we will get the IC value, that is 0.99 milliamps. So we know all the three currents, so we can easily calculate alpha and beta. Alpha is the ratio between IC and IE. So we got alpha value, that is 0.99, and beta is IC by IB. If you substitute value and simplify it, beta equal to 99. So first problem is over. Second problem, compute the following operations. So first one is the conversion base. Second one is the 2's complement method based problem. So first one, decimal number is given. So we should convert decimal number into octal number. So we know already how to convert because this is a fourth module. We discussed this as a first module, right? So integer part take it separately and the fraction part take it separately. 284 is the integer part. Divide that integer part by 8. So we will be getting the first after dividing 284. We got the remainder 4, no, and after dividing this 35, quotient is 4, remainder is 3, and take 434 is the integer part. See here, 434 is the integer part of octal number. Now fraction part, 0.65 into 8, we got 5.20. So take 5, take only integer parts of this multiplications, and 0.20 into 8, that is 1.60, take 1, and 0.60 into 8, we got 4.80, take 4, and remaining part is 0.80 into 8 equal to 6.40, take 6, and take from top to bottom. Here it is bottom to top, here it is top to bottom. So 0.5146 is the fraction part, 434 is the integer part. So final answer is 434.5146 is the octal number. So next one, 2's complement base, 26 minus 12. So both are decimal numbers. First what we have to do, first we need to convert this decimal numbers into binary number. So 26, so I'm going to divide this 26. Then I got the values 11010. This is the binary equivalent of decimal number 26. And for 12, divide this 12 by 2, you got 6, then 3, then 1. 1100 is the binary equivalent of decimal number 12. So now we got the binary values 1110, 1100, right? So in this two number, the second number you are going to subtract from first number, right? So second number length, if you observe, compared to the first number, here it has only 4 digits. So add 0, then now both are equal length. Now calculate the ones complement of the second number. This is a first case 1 type, because you are subtracting a smaller number from larger number. So this is a case 1 type. And 2's complement. So first you have to calculate the ones complement of 01100. So you will be getting 10011. Then 2's complement means simply add 1 with this. Then you will be getting 10100. Then add this number with this number. So because it is a 2's complement, you should ignore the carry. See here, we are ignoring the carry. We are ignoring the carry after adding. After adding, we are ignoring the carry. Remaining is your answer. And 01110 is equal to 14 decimal equivalent. Decimal equivalent of 01110 is 14. See the question, 26 minus 12 is given, right? So if you subtract 12 from 26, what is the answer? 14, right? Then your answer is correct. So case 1 type, this is case 1 type and 2's complement, so we have to ignore the carry. This we already know, this we have discussed already in the 4th module. And coming to 3rd problem, so this is a simplification and NAND implementation based problem. Solve the following Boolean function using NAND logic. F of a comma b comma c equal to summation m of 0 comma 1 comma 3 comma 5. So from this small m and summation, I understand that this is a min terms, right? So we'll see how to solve. F of a comma b comma c equal to summation m of 0 comma 1 comma 3 comma 5. This is what given. So this means m0 plus m1 plus m3 plus m5. So min terms we know, m0 means, see here I have given the 4 values, whatever the value given in the question. So m0 is a bar b bar c bar, m1 is a bar b bar c, m3 is a bar b c, and m5 is a b bar c. And I have taken the 4 values and simplifying the values. So here I used the identities. C bar plus C means 1. And here I used distributive law. Here for this simplification I used distributive law. After simplification I got the final simplified expression is a bar b bar plus a bar c plus b bar c. Right? So now we are going to implement this by using only NAND gate. That is what asked in the question. See, I can write like this also. This kind of simplification we have not discussed in the class. Anyhow, here you just observe by using De Morgan's theorem, we can write like this. See, a bar dot b bar can be written as a plus b whole bar according to the De Morgan's theorem, right? In the same way, for the second term, we can write like this. For the third term, we can write like this. And at last, it's look like a first term bar plus second term bar plus third term bar, which means all the 3 terms are in complement and all are in addition. Then here also we can apply De Morgan's. Finally, we got a plus b dot a plus c bar dot b plus c bar whole bar. This look like a NAND formation. So here like this you can do, or otherwise you can implement the NAND logic from this expression also, no issue. So we'll see the NAND implementation. See, there are 3 terms we have, and first term is a plus b in that expression, and next term is a plus c bar, and next term is b plus c bar, right? So these are in addition, which means OR operation. So for OR operation, this is the way to realize the OR by using NAND gate. So that I am using that OR realizations. Finally, add all this, multiply and complement of all this value. Simply I am using one NAND gate. Finally, I got the value. So this is one way, and another way is AND OR implementation. First you draw AND OR implementation, later you can draw NAND implementation. That is also correct. So we'll move on to the 4th one. Draw the DC load line for the voltage divider bias circuit given. Find the collector current and plot the Q point for HF equal to 100, R1 equal to 6.8 kilo ohms, R2 equal to 1 kilo ohms, RC is 3 kilo ohms, RE is 750 ohms, and VCC is not given in the question. I just consider VCC value. Suppose VCC is not given and circuit diagram given like that in question, it is there. but circuit diagram not given in the question. If the question comes like this, definitely the faculty give marks for the question. Alright, and don't think that whenever VCC is not given, you must assume VCC equal 24. It is not correct. Don't take it like that. Just I assume here simply 24 to solve this problem. Right? It is not by default value. Don't take it by default. And the answer given values are HFE value it is given 100, R1 value it is given 6.8K. See here, these are the values given 6.8K, and R2 is 1K, RC is 3K, RE is 750, VCC is just now we assumed, and these are the values we need to calculate. And first one, VT value, because it is the exact analysis based, so VT value equal to VCC R2 by R1 plus R2, and after simplification we got the VT value, that is 3.0769 volt. So now next one we are going to calculate IB value, RB value first, then IB value. RB equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, this formula we know. After simplifying, R1 R2 value it is given. After simplifying we got RB value, that is 871.79 ohms. Next IB value, IB equal to VT minus VBE by RB plus 1 plus beta into RE. This formula we know for exact analysis. Right? And substitute the values and simplify it. See here, by default VBE, whenever if it is not given in the question, suppose if nothing is mentioned in the question, you should consider that the semiconductor material will be silicon. So for silicon, cut-in voltage is 0.7. We know that. Right? For germanium means in question itself they will give germanium silicon diode, silicon transistor, germanium transistor, like that they will give. Silicon means generally they won't give in the question. We have to consider that the transistor is made up of silicon. For germanium means particularly they will give in the question, remember. So 0.7 is the value for VBE, and substitute that. After simplifying I got IB value, that is 31.021 microamps. And we can calculate IC value because beta value is given. So substitute beta and IB value, then we got IC value, that is 3.1021 milliamps. Then VC and VE value we need to calculate, because we have to draw the DC load line and we have to locate the Q point, right? See here, VC and VE both is appeared here. See, so VE equal to IE. So IE means IC plus IB, and substitute all the value. After simplifying we got VE equal to 2.3497. Next VC means VCC minus ICRC. All the values are given. Simplify this, then we got VC value, the 14.6937 volt. So now we know VC and VE, we can easily calculate VC. See here, VC means VC minus VE. And simplify, after subtracting we got VC value 12.344 volt. Right? This VCE and IC values are Q point coordinates. This IC value and this VCE values are Q point coordinates. We know already. So we'll see how to draw the DC load line. So to draw the DC load line and find Q point. So this is the equation for exact analysis. VCC equal to IC into RC plus RE plus IBRE plus VC. Now, when I substitute VC equal to 0 in the equation 1, I will get a point on y-axis. When I substitute, see here, VCC equal to 0 in the equation 1 to get the point on y-axis, just substitute VCC equal to 0 in this equation, then simplify it, then we will be getting IC equal to 6.393 milliamps. So almost equal to 6.4 milliamps. Then to get the point on x-axis, substitute IC equal to 0. See here I am substituting IC equal to 0. Then we will be getting VC value. VC, see here I make it IC 0. Then after simplifying, we got VC equal to 23.976, which means almost equal to 24. We can draw now the DC load line, and we can locate the Q point also. See x square on the x-axis, on the y-axis we got the points. Just now we calculated 24 is the point on x-axis and 6.4 milliamps is the point on y-axis, and draw a line between these 2 points, that is DC load line. Now we can locate the Q point, draw the line, that is DC load line. We can locate the Q point with the help of IC value and VC value. Previously we calculated, no, IC is 3.1021 milliamps and VC is 12.344. With this coordinates we can locate the Q point on the DC load line. So this is the Q point. So we'll move on to the next problem. So conversion based problem. Convert ABC8 into binary, octal and decimal, and 352.11, it's an octal number. We should convert this into decimal and binary. So we can easily convert the hexadecimal into binary with the help of 8421 method. A means 10. So binary equivalent of A is 1010. B means 11. Binary equivalent of B is 1011. C is 12. Binary equivalent of C is 1100. 8. Binary equivalent of 8 is 1000. And this is what the binary equivalent of ABC8. And now next one, octal number. See, from this binary value, we just make 3 digits as one group and apply 4 to 1 method. Then we will be getting a octal equivalent digits 000. Octal equivalent of 000 is 0. Octal equivalent of 001 is 1. Octal equivalent of 111 is 7. Octal equivalent of 101 is 5. Octal equivalent of 010 is 2. Octal equivalent of 001 is 1. Then finally the octal equivalent is 125710. Last decimal equivalent ABC8. So position values, we are going to multiply a digit with their position values. Position value of 8 is 16 power 0 and position value of C is 16 power 1. Position value of B is 16 power 2. Position value of A is 16 power 3. And multiply this position values with the corresponding digits and add all the values. So if you multiply 8 with 16 power 0, you will get 8, and the output of this product is 192. Output of this product is 2816. Output of this product is 40960. Add all the value. We got 43,976. So this is the decimal equivalent of ABC8. So we'll see the next problem. So 352.11 we need to convert the given octal number into decimal and binary. So decimal, as we all know, we have to multiply digits with their corresponding position values. So multiply it. See, this is integer part, so powers are positive and fraction parts powers will be negative. Multiply, then add the value. Finally we got 234.140625. It's a decimal equivalent of 352.11. So we'll see how to convert the given octal number into binary. See, we know relation between octal and binary is 4 to 1 system. So here also I am applying 4 to 1 system. So for binary equivalent of 3 is 011, binary equivalent of 5 is 101, binary equivalent of 2 is 010, binary equivalent of 1 is 001, for 1 is also 001. Then write directly the values. This is what the binary equivalent of 352.11. We'll move on to the next problem. See, up to 5th problem I solved. 6, 7, 8, 9 are simplification and conversion based problems. I hope you can do that problems. And this some new type problems 10, 11, 12 we are going to discuss now. So 6, 7, 8, 9 you just practice and solve the problems. Send the PDF to my number. So discuss and simplify the following Boolean expression: C plus B bar C and A bar B bar into A bar plus B into B bar plus B. This is the first one. And second one is solve the truth table for X plus Y bar Z Boolean expression. So in this problem what we have to do is so we need to simplify this, and how we are simplifying these expressions, that reasons also we should write clearly. That is what they ask. That's why in the question itself they given discuss and simplify, like that it is given. See, first step, according to distributive law, like A plus B into C means I can write it as A plus B into A plus C. So according to this distributive law, we can write this as C plus B bar into C plus C bar. So C plus C bar equal to 1 according to identities. So I got finally C plus B bar is a simplified form of this one. And second one, A bar B bar into A bar plus B into B bar plus B. So B bar plus B is 1. Just now we already seen. So this is according to the Boolean rule, B plus B bar equal to 1. Either B equal to 0 or either B equal to 1. So then multiply this, then you will be getting form like this. Then A bar dot A bar is A, we know. B bar dot B is 0, we know. So that is what given here according to the identities. A dot A equal to A, B dot B bar equal to 0 according to identities. Finally the simplified form is A bar B bar. This is simplified form of this one. We'll see the second problem. See, second problem is this expression is given. We have to solve the truth table of this expression. So in this expression totally how many variables are there? X, Y, Z, 3 variables. Expression is given. I am taking this expression as F. If 3 variable means, then total combinations will be 8. 2 power 3 means 8, right? So totally 8 combinations will come. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So like that up to 1, 1, 1. Total 8 combinations will come. So we'll see. So we'll see. So input variables, I'm just taking input variables and output is F. Input variable X, Y, Z only. And here the product also I have taken Y bar Z. We'll see total 8 combinations 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1. So if you multiply complement of Y and multiplied with Z, so this product will be 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then add these values with X. Then you will be getting 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Check these values. You can understand, I hope. This is a truth table for the given expression. So we'll move on to the 11th problem. Calculate the value of IB, IC, IE for the given figure. So this is the circuit diagram which is given. See, from this circuit diagram I understand that VCC is directly given to the base through RB, right? So there is no VT here. So don't think that R1, R2 will be there for this problem. R1, R2 will not be there for this problem because VCC is directly given to the base, right? So I can write IB equal to VCC minus VBE divided by RB plus 1 plus beta into RE. See, instead of VT here, VT, I have taken VCC directly, right? This is the exact analysis formula, right? See, in approximate analysis, IB will be negligible. For exact analysis only, IB will be there, right? Then IB equal to, substitute the values, then simplify it. We got IB equal to 8.4468, approximately equal to 8.45 microamps. And VB is 0.7, we know already, by default we have to take. Cut-in voltage is 0.7 for silicon. And IC value now we can calculate. Because beta value it is given, IB value just now we calculated. Substitute beta and IB value. We got IC value, that is 0.845 milliamps. Now IE value we can calculate. Because IC and IB we know. Just add these two currents. Finally we got 0.85345 milliamps is the IE value. So that's all about the 11th problem. So we move on to the last problem, 12th problem. The input to half wave rectifier is V equal to 200 sin 50t if RL equal to 1K and forward resistance of the diode is 50 ohms. Find DC current through the diode and the AC or RMS value of the current and DC output voltage. So first given values we'll see. Given values V equal to 200 sin 50t, RL equal to 1K, RF equal to 50 ohms, and IDC value we need to calculate, IRMS value we need to calculate, VDC value we need to calculate. See, this is what the input voltage given. Just compare this with the general form. Then we can get the maximum value, that is VM equal to 200. Compare this with this. So we can understand VM is 200. In the place of VM, what we have here, 200. So VM is 200 volt. So if you know VM, you can easily calculate IM. VM divided by RL plus RF, because RF is given in the question, that's why I am taking RF here. If not given, you have to take only RL. 200 divided by 1000 plus 50, so 200 by 1050, simplify this. So we got IM equal to 190.48 milliamps. Now we can calculate IDC value, IDC equal to IM by pi. And simplify this, we got IDC equal to 60.631 milliamps. Then VDC value we can calculate in this two ways, either this way or this way. VDC equal to IDC into RL. This is one form. We will be getting directly 60.631 volt. Or otherwise you can use this formula also. VDC equal to VM by pi into RL divided by RL plus RF. See, here RF is given, that's why we have to take this one. This we are getting because of the voltage division in the secondary side. Simplify this, we got the value 60.631 volt. Thank you. Still IRMS value we need to calculate. See, IRMS equal to IM by 2. IM value we know, divided by 2. We got IRMS equal to 95.24 milliamps. Thank you.